running out of money before payday, all thanks to inflation. This report includes those making six-figure salaries. More than half of consumers also have less.
It's going to end up in court, but like so many of the executive orders and the actions of this administration, they're a rogue administration that doesn't give any answers. They use these executive orders to weaponize the DOJ and other agencies, and they just simply cannot do this. And so that's why we're demanding information from them and give them till October 30th to provide it, which I doubt they will do.
Well, that's pretty serious. You said that they're violating the Hatch Act, and can you tell us? I mean, how do you see them violating the Hatch Act with these changes to the election laws?
Well, first of all, the Hatch Act prohibits federal employees from getting involved in partisan elections. Bear in mind, Joshua, they're employed by the taxpayers. And so this isn't their role. They supposedly have a full slate of activities, and getting involved in political affairs should not be done on either side. And violates the Constitution, Article 1, Section 4, Clause 1, which says these things, the elections are left to each individual state, not from governmental agencies appointed by the party that's in power, their friends, and the people that they choose to put on these commissions on the boards. So it's a violation in a couple of ways. And plus the dollars spent, that should have been go through Congress to authorize. The president does not have the power of the purse. And that's what's so bad about this.
DPW hire people to patrol the area, and they encourage people to do drugs. Yes.
Are you a resident?
Yes. How long have you been living here?
My whole adult life. Almost 30 years.
If you have a choice, what would you like to see a new mayor do for you, or the city?
Basically, it's the issue. It's the issue of crime and stuff. Crime and drugs.
Crimes and drugs.
The people that are here want the exact opposite of what the mayor and stuff is doing. He's pushing, like he just did. He's pushing drugs. He wants to give them another drug. And it's like, no, get him off the drugs. If it's Narcan that stops the drugs, give him Narcan. Stop it.
Thank you.
Get him clean.
Don't give them the truth.
Yeah, all they're doing is giving them a different drug. Who cares if it's methadone or heroin? It's just another drug.
That's right.
Get them off the drug.
That's right. Homeless Advocates Project. Homeless Advocates Project right here. The government spend a lot of money on homeless, but they are not treating the root cause. Drugs, lost faith, lost hope, and no expectation. Just spend money and give it to them, it's not going to help them. We need to train rehab, group them together. If they're sick, treat the sickness. If they're mentally ill, rehab them. If they're substance abuse, rehab them. We need to take care of people like families. If I don't want my kids to be on drug, I don't want to see people on drug. I don't want to see the youth on drug. But look at the youth we have earlier. They're doing drugs in here. They're dealing drugs. They're selling drugs.
Land at the Mexico-U.S. border would be rejected. But that hasn't deterred many from hoping to reach U.S. soil. Today, about 80% of the traveling migrants were Venezuelan, another 20% were from Ecuador, and the remaining from other countries. More than 7.1 million Venezuelans have left their country due to social and economic crisis. And break
of the challenges which are likely to continue. But as he heads to Delaware State University today to promote the program,
seeking asylum in the U.S., the tents include cots for up to 500 people, laundry facilities, a dining hall, and phones for residents to make international calls. The Humanitarian Relief Center on Randall's Island is intended to be a temporary way station for single adult men who have been arriving several times per week on buses from Texas. They'll be there while the city determines what next to do with them. Families with children are being housed in a hotel. Former President
Is on an all-out blitz this week to build support among voters ahead of the midterm elections. Tomorrow, he travels to Pennsylvania to tout new infrastructure spending. On Friday, he'll visit Delaware State University to celebrate student loan cancellations. Critics call the decision to release more oil unwise, saying the now diminished reserve was designed for emergency use only, and it will be expensive to refill.
We now have the Strategic Petroleum Reserve at a 40-year low. They claim they're going to build it back by 2025. They'll certainly build it back at higher prices, but the gap, the fact that we don't have that in reserve, our adversaries are watching that too.
Now, the White House will announce plans.
Arizona Governor Doug Ducey ordered installation of more than 100 double-stack containers that were placed over the summer, saying he couldn't wait for the U.S. Customs and Border Protection to award the contracts it had announced. And House Minority Leader Kevin McCarthy has shocked officials in Ukraine after suggesting that Washington could pull back its financial support if Republicans take Congress in the upcoming midterm elections. The U.S. has provided billions of dollars of aid since the conflict began, and Newsnet foreign correspondent Brian Thompson reports from the border.
Well, officially, what's happening in May? Joe's in on it.
Party's over.
You had everything, Hunter, and you threw it all away. You hope the laptop will take down everybody with you.
China's not our enemy. They're not bad folks. I love my dad, and I just want to make him proud.
Switch to make the weapon fully automatic. MDMA, oxycodone, and marijuana. Police say several people took off running. 2 were arrested. More arrests are expected. A Noonan man